Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday Night America. Tonight is January 20th, 2025. In the United States, we're celebrating Martin Luther King Jr., his birthday today. It's officially, actually, I don't know when it's official birthday, but we'll check that out in a little bit. Good evening, and also it's Inauguration Day, as usually happens once every 4 years. And the times that be a changing in the United States right now, and who knows? A lot of stuff going on, hopefully for the better, and we'll see. I'm your host, Roger Noriega, and a special host is joining us all the way from across the desert. How you doing, Dream?
Oh, pretty good. I've been a little under the weather lately, so I apologize for my voice, but just came on to say hey and see what we can talk about for a little bit.
I think we will talk about for a little bit. Don't want to destroy your voice, buddy, because then Danielle will never let me live it down. Actually, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
She might reward you.
Yeah, when I think about it, dude, I would like to have some pho. Who knows? But hey, you never know. I would never ask that, but I don't know. Just kidding. All kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually a flashback to 2008 in September. Dude, we have been on air for that long. And do you know that with Red versus Blue ending after 24 years, Monday Night in America and Sports Talk with the Guys 2 months later are now the longest running programs on the internet?
Wow.
Dude, it took me 3 months to do the research before I could make that claim. I looked high and low. And the one who is a few months younger than us is Joe Rogan.
Hey,
He
I remember
started
that
in
guy.
2009. We began in 2008. Oh.
Yep.
So it did take a while to realize. And folks, it depends how you want to classify it, whatever. The point is, we are the longest running program on the internet, period. We have been consistently on. We are in our 17th year. And Red versus Blue is the only one that had been on longer. Let me tell you, man. When they ended with 24 years, buddy.
We got more than that in us,
Oh, that haven't even started.
right?
Right. Yes. So, how you doing, buddy? Did you have a long day at work today? A busy day? I
Yep.
I
It
I didn't.
it's been busy all weekend, man.
What a
Holiday
jerk.
weekend, playoffs, everybody's going out to eat. It is what it is,
That's good. If the business is doing well, I'm really happy for you because first and foremost, it helps to have a little bit of quan in the pocket, right?
right?
Yeah. Dude, yeah. You and I have that in common. We have both worked in not necessarily you've never worked fast food. You've worked in restaurants, both owning and worked for. I worked for a fast food restaurant. Everyone knows Carl's Jr., one of the best times of my life.
Closest I can claim is fast casual, which was Portillo's. I was there for a little
Oh,
bit.
oh, okay. Ooh, I hear you. Hey, well, folks, I do want to say we have several people watching us already. Why don't you let us know who you are and where you hail from on this wonderful Monday night in America? And I do want to obviously just give a few paragraphs on the gentleman that we are honoring tonight that most people actually don't even take the time to realize. They know the name, don't exactly know what it is, but hey, it is what it is. Nicest thing I can say about today is America absolutely effed for the next 4 years. Thomas needs to send me or pho every day.
You got to come see me in Louisiana. We'll take care of you.
Okay, now he did give me an idea on how to actually package it and keep it good. So we may have to talk about that, but he does need to come down and visit. He may be moving to Seattle. So, dude, we're going to have to catch a baseball game in Seattle.
Oh man.
Either way, I'm so hoping he can move out to Seattle. If he does, dude, I know he doesn't like baseball. Oh, wait, hell no. You're getting more snow in the next 24 hours than Minnesota's had all year. I heard that Louisiana is in bad shape.
I think some parts, but not there's. It's not where we are. We're in southeastern Louisiana, so it's cold and rainy and stuff like that. But I don't think there's any snow in our specific area.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. We shall see. I know that Hope, who joins us from time to time, did put up some imagery on how bad it was going to be, but maybe if she stops by here, I can hit her up for it, and maybe she can give us a bit of information. 4 to 10 inches around New Orleans or something like that, dude. In New Orleans, that's crazy.
Yeah. So when I first went out to Louisiana, maybe a year in, we got snow. We had like a couple of snow days, and that was about it. But one time we got snowed into New Orleans because the bridge, there's this big, giant, long bridge that takes you from New Orleans. Uh, not the 10, but there's this the giant causeway.
Is that the Lake
Yes,
Pontchartrain
Lock
Causeway?
Pontchartrain Causeway. Yeah,
How
and
is it that I knew? Whoa! Whoa! I actually now have a little bit of payback for Dream because he got me a few weeks ago and unnerved the crap out of me because he had a word and it still is annoying the F out of me. Please tell us the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway.
yes. So that one froze over and kept us. It kept us in the city for a minute. Um, I see grass at my house. Hey, if you're in the right parts of Louisiana, you'll see grass in your house too. It's legal there.
Oh, that was good. I got, and boy, I have some stories for you guys. I know I should have saved this for April 20th, but funny you would mention uh, grass in the house. I have some stories of what dealers have been offered for drugs. It's kind of cool, dude. But go ahead, go on, Dream. I apologize.
Oh no, it's nothing crazy. The funniest part about it was since I was still new to Louisiana during that time, I still had the California mindset. So I was asking for directions and I was like, okay, well, how do I get to the 10? Or how do I get I was asking about the 10 and they were like, the what? And I was like, the 10. How do I what's the best way to get to the 10 from here? From where are you trying to go? And I was like, the I-10, Interstate 10. Oh, Interstate 10. You're not from around here, huh? I was like, oh, Lordy. Apparently, it's a California thing because there's actually some reasoning to why we say the before the freeway number. And Scorekeeper, I'm sure, could elaborate way more on that than I could. But it's due to the different names that we had for all the different the freeways and interstates that we got going on over here. But it was just the funniest thing in the world when multiple people that I asked could not answer me because I was asking for the 10.
Yeah, there's you've got it. It has to do with the names, and it has to do with the fact that we have so many freeways in California. Louisiana had you had like what, three?
Yeah.
You don't have too many. It has to do with how many we have and the way that we travel as well. I think Dream had to learn this when he was over there because we in Southern California, and apparently the rest of the United States knows this, you can tell a Californian by we measure distance
Yep.
in time.
Yep. I had
You
to
know,
deal with that a lot too.
it's 10 10 miles out yonder, and we're like, yeah, that's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be from SoCal.
Well, no, they laughed at me too because like I asked how far something was, and they told me in miles, and I was like, no, like if I'm leaving at 2 o'clock, like versus 5 o'clock. If I'm leaving at 5 o'clock, how much extra time do I need to allow? Like, what's going on? You know, I need to know. They're like, it's about the same. You're fine. That's not the same thing. I had so much anxiety. I was either at places right on the dot or an hour early. It didn't matter because you have to allow for that traffic time. You never know.
It is well known that people from Southern California measure distance in time. I understand a few people from New York have said the same thing about those in New York, but I don't know how precise that is. But I do tell people I give it in distance, but I also give it in time. And that's just the way we grow up because there was a time, and Dream remembers, that everywhere really was 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And there was even a famous joke in the movie Clueless where she's up in North Hollywood and she goes, Daddy, I'm a little further. Nonsense. Everything is 20 minutes in Los Angeles. And there were several articles and stories done about that. And it was true. That was in 1995.
Yep.
It was going away at that time.
Yep.
We still had a rush hour from 3 to 6 in the evening, and the morning rush was about 6:30 to 9. Now the rush hour is 5 to 9:30 in the morning,
Yep.
and for some people it starts as early as 2:30 and ends at 8.
Yeah, and that has to do a lot with oh man, so we started losing the 20 minutes anywhere as the population grew and the labor there were way more jobs, so there's a lot more people working. Businesses were booming. I heard, oh, you have a little friend.
That's Husker, yes. I think she wants to go out, but they're a little stressed because of the wind. The wind has calmed. I think we're only at about 10 to 15 miles an hour right now, but go ahead.
Yeah. So there was the industry was booming and more jobs and more people traveling.
Yeah.
People trying to get to work earlier to beat rush hour, people trying to leave later to beat rush hours, and it kept clogging it up.
Yeah, right now, a lot of people moved out to the Inland Empire, east of me, even now, and they would have an hour and a half to 2 hour commutes regularly. The Metrolink lines, the train lines themselves are 2 hour trips. That's crazy. So imagine the distances they're covering. It's absolutely unreal. Though I have read the stories of one of the longest commute times anywhere is in the Washington, D.C. metro area, where it's 3 hours every day one way.
Oof.
And the guy had to take three different forms of travel. But that was some time ago. It has changed a little bit.
I remember
But
I was trying to get to work one day. I was used to live in Downey, and I was working in Santa Monica.
Oh, I remember that, dude.
Yes.
Oh,
And I had to leave between 6:15 and 6:20 every morning, and I would get there by like 7 o'clock. No big deal.
yeah.
If I left after 6:20, I wouldn't get
Yep.
to work till almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes.
And I remember there was this one day when everything was just gridlocked. There was an accident, everything was stopped, there was helicopters, and I couldn't get to open my store at the time. I was working at a retail shoe store at the time, and I remember my district manager calling me. He was like, "Are you gonna make it to work on time?" I was like, "Absolutely not." He's like, "Well, can you call somebody to open the doors?" And I'm like, "If I call anybody else to go in to open the doors, they're gonna be about an hour and a half behind me at least." So our best bet is just to hang tight, count the losses, and just hang on for dear life. Well, are you sure you're stuck in traffic? You see that helicopter? I'm waving.
What time did you get there?
I ended up getting there about 10:30.
That's what I was figuring. Wow.
Yeah, and the doors had to roll up at 11. So I
Oh,
barely made it in time to roll the doors up because it was like a mall job, you know.
yeah.
So the mall was I was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get there till like 10:30, 10:45, right before I was supposed to open the doors. So it was a big panic rush open.
I always would leave early. If I started at 6 a.m., I was lucky. I would leave the house at 4:45, and then for a while I was leaving at 4:30. And here we go. Okay, so my story matters not, Dream. It was Roger's fault you were late. He was in the back of a Bronco with Al Collins driving into lane traffic. What a blockhead. Yes, I'm sure. And speaking of people that did stuff like that, we'll continue with that story. Let me just get it out. Today is, excuse me, the story. Martin Luther King Jr. He was born on January 15th, 1929. And of course, he passed away the day before first contact, April 4th, 1968. Not 1968. We all know that happens in 2063, but that's neither here nor there. In Bozeman, Montana. I should make a joke of this. He was an American Baptist minister, an activist, political philosopher who was one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. King advanced civil rights for people of color in the United States through the use of nonviolent resistance and nonviolent civil disobedience against Jim Crow laws and other forms of legalized discrimination. That's who we are celebrating. A genuine leader, someone who had a dream and went about making it happen, someone that we could all live up to. And it was a shame that he was taken from us so young. He had a lot more work to do. And he is one of the only, actually, he is the only non president to have a holiday in the United States of America. Federal holiday. Because California has Cesar Chavez, and other states have other famous individuals as well. I believe in Hammond, Louisiana, there is a Thomas and Danielle statue for pho because it was a regular winning. Every year they won something. You rat.
Pretty close to it. Pretty close to it.
I am exaggerating by saying every year, but you got a few awards, dude. You really did.
Yep, we certainly did.
Yeah.
But,
so who knows, man? Who knows where you're gonna be adding the mantle? But I understand that they were looking to create a county holiday for you guys. It would be in Louisiana, and it would be a pho-a-roo holiday. I just made that right now. It actually fits though, huh?
Yep, why not? Let's go with it.
Yeah, but
you can't disprove a hypothetical.
Oh, dude, stop it. You're killing me. But anyway, I have that one right now. And if Dream, I think we could regale everyone with our sad stories of trying to make it work on time. But
Right.
I know Dream never did this. I never did, but I have to tell you that I actually was offered to sell drugs within the last few weeks. Couldn't believe it. The guy says, "Hey, you want to deal some meth?" No.
Wait,
No.
he said, "Do you want to deal some meth?"
Yeah, he wanted to. Yeah. It's I'm like, sorry, dude. I don't even know who the hell you are. And I'm like, why don't you just I guess I looked like an upstanding member of society, and I guess I would provide great cover.
Right?
And I'm like, no, it's okay, pal. Uh, if you got
That's
some
funny.
Star Wars action figures, I might be interested in making a deal for other Star Wars toys.
That's funny.
I kid you not. That really, really did happen. Dude, it was crazy. Gmo and I went to the market today, and I was offered. Okay, maybe I'll save this one for another day. But guy asked us for $5, and he was more than happy to help us out. Raimi, there he is. Tram de Aqua. Yes, Raimi, dude, come on, man, come and join us. This Thomas.
I have heard this legend, Mr. Raimi, Mr. Frank Ramirez.
I was talking about you, Raimi, about an hour ago. If your ears were ringing, no. It was maybe 3 hours ago, right? Oh, did you see what I did? 3 hours ago. 3. 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4.
Well, three minus the 1, right? 3 plus the 1 is.
Whoa! No, actually, Raimi, I told Thomas why we were on at 8:00. I reminded him why we started at 8 because you guys were on at 7. And sorry, I was doing my home duties. Oh,
Is that what you call your wife? Just
dude,
kidding.
good for you. Good for you, man. I'm really happy. Anyway, if you guys want to join us, here's the link, folks. And all you got to do is sign in. You guys can, it's unique to this episode only. So, Raimi, you'll see it. You can copy and paste it, brother. You don't even have to show your face, brother, like Dream right now. You can just go ahead. Oh, dishwasher's now on. You're very smart, brother. But I thank you, man. You've joined us again. So, Dream, what the hell were we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we're going to come back to it, I suppose. Oh,
I think you were talking about meth.
Yeah, that's right. The drug thing. You've never sold drugs. I've never sold drugs. And Lethal Migraine says it's currently 21 degrees negative with a 40 wind chill. You're being a drug dealer. Whatever. I was talking about trading action figures for other Star Wars toys. But thanks, Raimi. I guess that's what got you to respond. I'm like,
that's just bartering.
Roger is talking about being a drug dealer? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Made a living in that cantina.
Oh, whatever. Folks, I've got some for you right now. And Dream can, let's see if you guys get a kick out of this. I was watching a video and I started to write some of this stuff down. And these different drug dealers gave these stories of what they were offered for because they didn't have money for drugs, whether it was weed, PCB, cocaine, whatever. But the number one story, watching the national championship game too. Which one? Whose national championship is this? Is this college? I should know that, right? I should.
There's
I don't
bigger
know.
fish to fry.
Yeah, I guess so. But hopefully Raimi's going to join us in picking all the football games, especially for next year and stuff. And maybe Ohio State versus Notre Dame.
Oh.
Yeah.
So are you an Ohio fan or a Notre Dame fan?
Dude, he lives in Ohio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, he lives in Oh, hi. Oh, I know I yelled. I apologize. I'm on drugs. It's called caffeine.
Yeah.
He is an Ohio fan.
That's awesome.
So are you Ohio or are you Notre Dame?
There
it is. There it is. Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. He's hey Raimi, are you from Texas? Because I know you lived in Texas for a while. And once again, I thank you for your service, Raimi. Always, brother. It always impressed me knowing that you had done that. And the few times that we really had to talk about that stuff, I felt that you revealed a few things to me, which was really cool. And shockingly, I've never revealed them to anyone else. Just kidding, brother. Just kidding. He's born in Chicago, raised in Texas. How the hell did that happen?
Wow.
Okay, well. Big wind, big sky. Where'd you marry your wife? In Texas or Chicago? Let me know. Damn, I was going to say something stupid. The dog beat me to it. Yes. Yeah, very good. Okay, here's the first one. Apparently, the guy didn't have enough to pay him for the weed, and he was offered a dog for $50. The drug dealer said, "Poor dog. He had him for 8 years. Best pet he ever had in his life."
Wow.
Another drug dealer said that he used to sell to afford living at UEI. And he said that this guy came up to him and he said, "Dude, can I offer you Christmas dinner in exchange for some weed?" The guy said that he went to visit with the family. They had the best Christmas dinner of their lives because they were all stoned out of their mind.
Yep.
I've never. Oh my God.
That sounds right. That checks out.
Another one said that the person would front weed, and when they couldn't pay, this is story number 3, they would give him iPads, bongs, knives, and one time they offered him a gun, and he didn't know if it was stolen or not, so he demurred on the gun. But this one young kid gave him $1 folded as a tiny T-shirt. So he got a baggie for $1, and he still has the folded T-shirt.
That's fun.
That was kind of cool, man. On another one, a friend begged this guy for some weed and promised him a surprise. But the way he was telling him on the phone, he was like, "Ooh, this is super secret. What is this? I gots to find out." Well, much to his surprise, he got paid over 3 gift cards, $9, over 3 gift cards, a 2-megapixel digital camera, and a phone with a missing battery, which he said, and naively I agreed. Well, the drug dealer said that you could hide weed in there until you get a replacement battery.
Oh,
That's kind of funny. Actually, this is really cool what these guys admitted to on how they were being paid. On the 5th story, wow. Dude, it's funny, man. Some of these stories were really, really good, and I didn't even have the chance to write them all down.
the thing that makes me laugh about like drugs and everything else like that is, I don't know if you follow cryptocurrency.
Very little. I know what it
but
is for tax purposes.
a lot of people are super crazy about Bitcoin. That's like one of the main cryptocurrencies out there is Bitcoin. Everybody has at least heard of Bitcoin.
Aye, lad.
Back in the day, before it was very common, before it was worth over $90,000+ for one coin, people were using this for random things. People have talked about how they've bought pizza with Bitcoin.
Yes.
Before it was even expensive enough to buy pizza, it was traded for drugs. So people were using cryptocurrency to purchase drugs on the dark web and other things, that transactions of that nature. So imagine, you got your little $20 bag of drugs, and if you look at how much it cost you in Bitcoin, you probably would have been a billionaire.
Oh,
because of the amount of Bitcoin you would have had to purchase and sell to get $20. Because this was back before it was, when it was like maybe a few cents per coin.
There's this guy, he's an attorney out of Michigan, and I saw a video. I'm going to see if I can find it for you guys. He's talking about the fact that a recent ruling took place. This goes back to 2013. For whatever it is, the guy removed a hard drive from his computer thinking it was another one. he threw that hard drive away. Well, it
Mhm.
turns out on that hard drive, he has 8,000 Bitcoin from 2013, 2014. And of course, the key is on the hard drive. It was thrown away and it went to the dump of the city. And there's a lawsuit going on. It's been established that it belongs to the city when they threw it away. So he has come up with the full plan and backing. They believe they know where it is in the dump. They have the whole operation. People have invested money because this is now worth $757 million. He offered the city because there was a court ruling saying, well, you threw it away, went to the dump, it belongs to the city. The city doesn't care. 757 million. I'd care. I'd get a
Right.
bunch of senior clerks and say, get your ass out there.
Right.
You guys know why I always pick on senior clerks, right? Senior clerk right here, baby. I've always told that whenever I blame someone for screwing something up, it's always a senior clerk. That was me. And Raimi, I think you'll find this funny, brother, that when I was in government service, I was the E4 Mafia before anyone outside of the military knew what the E4 Mafia was. Dude, I was senior clerk, man. I was for a certain governmental agency. I was the E4 Mafia. Oh, no.
Jesus. I would easily come up with a plan. You know, it's like $100,000 a day for anybody that wants to come help me dig through the dump, contingent upon finding the hard drive.
Right.
And whoever finds the hard drive gets 10 million. Easy.
Well, that's the deal that was being worked out. He has people that actually want to support him in this endeavor. And he said, I'll split it with the city. And everyone's going to win on this because it is $757 million. It's crazy, guys, how much there is. But apparently there was another lawsuit the lawsuit, as it's going through the steps, it's been established who owns what. So the attorney was talking about that judges rule on fact and juries rule on truth, which is kind of interesting. And we may have lost Dream. Hopefully he didn't lose me. No, I think my internet is still up, but hopefully we'll get Dream back in a moment. But they were overruled by a court, and the guy was talking about, look, there's money there. Now, a lot of people believe that because it's been 11 years now, that the hard drive probably you won't be able to get stuff out of it, but that's what they're fighting for, the opportunity to put the operation in place. The gentleman has financial backing and they have a plan and they're just trying to get permission to do it. So that's what's going on right now. And the guy's really cool. He's an attorney out of Michigan, and he does these videos. And he does, I think, a weekly video. Not if the platters are still good. So what do you mean by that, Raimi? You got, and I know you have, internet training, computer programming, software programming and stuff. So you definitely know more. What do you mean by not if the platters are still good? Please clarify that for me. You can get anything as long as it's not burnt. Yeah. As people know, don't know, when you put stuff in the dump, due to plastics and other materials, there's, I think it's CO2. It creates heat and the air needs to get out. So yeah, as long as it's not been burnt, who knows, man? Hopefully they will be able to find it. But as of right now, there was a ruling recently that it belongs to the city. So the guy's just going to appeal further. and try to get there. Open up the drive casing. The inside dish should still be good unless it somehow got broken or on the off chance it's corroded. It can be recovered. So there you go. Appreciate that, guys. Yeah, there are people that believe there's still an opportunity for this. And I'm going to see if I can find that the attorney, because it's kind of interesting, guys. I love what he does. He's really smart, man. He's been doing law for a long time, and I believe I just saw it the other day, so it's probably going to be in my history. So let me do that right now. History on YouTube. Duh. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys don't want to see this. Oh no, yeah, definitely don't want to. Oh no, don't want to see that either. Can't show anyone my. Oh, there it is. So, okay. I'm going to put the link in the chat room. And the gentleman is attorney. Here's the link. And putting it up on screen, the attorney is Lehto's Law. I believe you may have seen him before. It's youtube.com/Steve Lehto. And Judge tosses lawsuit by man who threw away his 750 million hard drive. So that's the actual ruling right now. It's been tossed out. And this was uploaded 11 hours ago. It's a cool story, guys. It runs about 12 minutes. This guy's really sharp. I really like looking at his stuff, and you just learn a lot of stuff just from him. But that is the link. I'm going to put it up. There it is. You guys can check it out. It's a cool video. So you guys, it's on Facebook, it's on Twitch, and on YouTube. You can copy and paste it directly from there as well. You can take a screenshot of that thing, that right there. You don't want to get me. Who the hell wants a screenshot of that? So anyway, and you guys can check it out. Yes, I can see that. Once it's in the trash, it's the city's property, period. And that's been acknowledged. Everyone got that. As I mentioned earlier, he's reaching out to the city and saying, hey, give me a chance so I can drop that in. Hi, Dream.
Hey, sorry, I was on a phone call and I found an old picture of myself.
I see that.
That was when I was a kid.
Yeah, you mean what? Yesterday? Oh, sorry. There it is.
Long time ago.
That is cool, man.
Probably around there. That's probably about how old I was when you knew me. When you first met me.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and embarrass me with that one. Hey kid, you want some candy? Jeez, that's horrible. Anyway, I don't like that one. There it is.
That's better.
Yes, that's definitely better. But I was sharing with them the Lehto's Law, and I put the link up, Dream, and I don't think it's on my Facebook page, but you'll be able to see it on YouTube, Facebook, and whatever the link, because I put in the chat room. He talks about how the case has been thrown out, but that the guy is still going to continue because he has the backing, he has the plan, and the city acknowledges it. So I don't understand the entire story because I saw it a few hours ago, but it's $750 million. And it's Lehto's Law. This guy's really cool, man. He is an attorney in Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, and his videos. He puts up a video a week because so many people send him topics to talk about, which is really cool. So
what would the implications be on finding that money, and who would be responsible for paying those taxes? Because if the city owns it, if it belongs to the city, and he finds that could be a reason why they're saying, wait a second, it might not be in our best interest to find said hard drive.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, that would make a wonderful topic. I love your question. I'm gonna write it in the comments field and say we commented about your video on our program, and I think it would be real cool to see it. So look, guys, City says, "Let it go." That's funny. I'm gonna write that on there and tell Steve, hey, sir, what are the let's say they do find the money. What are the ramifications? So, dude,
Because I think you could. I think you could definitely help him with the tax.
You got me going. There's no doubt about that, dude. You definitely got me going on that one. But hey, folks, I have to tell you, when I do Monday Night in America and I do topics like this, I think poor Ramey's having the flashback. He's saying, that little shit stole my routine. Like, yes. I think I said that last time. I said yes. I loved what Ramey's shtick on Backstage Radio Lounge. There was a lot more to Backstage Radio Lounge. It wasn't. Thanks for laughing, buddy. I appreciate that. Dude, I readily admit it. I mean, when you left the internet, I was like, ooh, I have a Ray Day Trey now. Actually, Monday Night in America was a bastardization or your program on steroids, Ramey. That's exactly what it was. Yours was from Texas, then you moved up to Ohio. I was doing a West Coast version of it. I'm glad you never noticed.
Rod, scorekeeper, you know what the saying is.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, check for the patent, copyright infringement, tweak it, and patent it.
I love you, brother. There's no doubt. That was good. I was waiting to see what you were going to say. Ramey, the best form of, admiration is theft, right? Or how's that phrase go? What you just said. Oh. Did you see the news story a few days ago? Some clown in Iowa's House or Senate wants to buy Minnesota's 9 most southern counties? No, I did not know of that one. I genuinely did not. See, but going back to what Ramey used to do, there's a reason why I put my own spin on it, because of what he did and how good it was. And I was lucky I discovered him on Blog Talk Radio. And as I said last week, and I've said before, because of him, I followed into Blog Talk Radio. So when Dream remembers when they came over my house in Southgate, and I said, gentlemen, I have a media plan. Dream's like, oh, is that who you got the idea from? Part of it. I've said it. I've said it many times in the past. I just hadn't said it recently. But
I remember.
Oh yeah, you do. I mean, you were there opening day, brother. You were. Iowa senator says state should buy bottom 9 southern Minnesota counties, make Minnesota Iowa again. That's interesting. Okay, dude, I'm gonna have to check that out. I misread your post and now I got it. I'm gonna have to check that out. I want to see that.
I wonder, how is this where the Vikings are?
Ooh, interesting. No, that's Wisconsin. Oh, wait a minute. I take it back. Oh shit. I mean now. Oh, I beg everyone's forgiveness. I actually mistook Minnesota for Green Bay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I am. Frank's like, no. Just that's it. No. The undercurrent is, oh my God, you dumbass. Oh, dude. Oh my God. Okay, I messed up. The Minnesota Vikings. No, that's in the southern part of the state. Folks, I'm interested. I'm gonna have to check out that one and see
We
what
said
it
the
is.
bottom 9 counties. So.
Right. Wake up, dude. Now, LA City proper, for those that know and don't know, owns property in other counties. That's how they transport water down here to LA. they purchased land very quietly, and they own quite a bit of the Owens Valley. As a matter of fact, I understand that's why several cities up there cannot expand, because it's LA City land. So knowing that an entity can purchase land somewhere else, I am interested. Iowa senators says states should buy bottom 9 southern Minnesota counties, make Minnesota Iowa again. Now, they could conceivably buy it, but it would still be Minnesota, such as LA City owning the properties up in the Owens River Valley. They still belong to the Owens River Valley, but that's it. You make that mistake in Minnesota, you might not live much longer.
Yeah.
The Green Bay thing.
I tried to let it go. I tried.
Well, look, these two guys railed on it. Wake up, dude!
They will
And
not.
oh my God. Interesting. I'm going to check that one out. So that's cool, man. Hey, folks, I don't know if you know, but I've been playing Risk Online. That's what some of the videos are. And if you guys want to play Risk, you're more than welcome to join me. I think Dream and I might be playing a game a little bit later on. But I just want to let you guys know that if you guys want to play a friendly game of Risk on the internet, just go ahead and contact me. And I think I'm rather easy to find. I think I'm on every video. I am what? Iron something. I forget. Something. I forget.
With a few numbers after or something.
Yeah, 31. Yes. Now, and I'm not going to get to all the other stories, but there are a few others I do want to get to in about the 12 minutes that we have left. Another drug dealer talked about not making a sale, but a guy walked in with a paper bag or a black plastic bag, and it was real heavy. And the guy was like, "Oh, for the love of God, don't tell me you have a body in there." And the guy said, "Yes, I do." And the drug dealer was like, I can't be here. I have to go." "Dude, calm down. Open it up." And they opened it up, and apparently the guy paid him with not one, not two, but 3 Alaskan salmon. He said that was one of the cheapest dime bags he ever sold in his life.
That's funny.
Yeah, and he said that the salmon was pretty good too. I did like this one. Now, forgive me, this is the next story. This other drug dealer said someone offered to be a dong sucker for 3 weeks in exchange for some PCBs and weed. Wow.
What did Big Dog do next?
Oh! All right, I'm not going to tell them, but you need to tell them. I like that. Someone offered them a gold wedding band for a baggie. That's how desperate they were. Now, in this other story, which is actually kind of cool, this drug dealer says that the best offer he ever received was from a lifelong 50-year-old junkie woman. She was a landscaper in her previous life, and she offered plants. She would give him plants, and over a few month period, before he knew it, he had a full garden in bloom and a great place to smoke a doobie in the afternoon. And he didn't really have to pay very much for it. I think that's kind of cool. Someone offered to sign over their car for a week.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you ain't never getting that back.
Yeah. Now, there's some others that were just rapid fire of things that they were told. Coin collections. Others were like, "Hey, what do you want from Amazon? And you pay me 50%. I'll pay the other 50% for weed." Or it was, for the most part, it was weed. They were offered used tires and rims. They were offered lottery tickets, which was kind of funny because they both go up in a puff of smoke.
Oh,
that was lame. Several drug dealers were offered by the person buying their respective girlfriends for a night.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, dude. That meth dealer lived in Hacienda Heights, I think. Just kidding.
Oh. Jesus.
Just kidding. They were even offered a promissory note. The guy's like, yeah, okay, whatever. This one kid offered a Xbox 360 and games from a kid for a bag of weed. Didn't say how much it was, but they offered the whole gaming center. And the drug dealer said that was the best thing. And I think the kid was still in high school. So his parents were like, where'd you get that from? The guy just leveled with them. And the parents were like, um, um, they had no answer for him. So
You're smart business.
yeah. And finally, which was I think it was a really cool story, the guy says that he had a Mexican coworker and he asked for $350 in drugs. When the moment came, the guy said he only had $100, but he promised, because he found out that the coworker, the Mexican coworker, found out that the guy who gave him the drugs was going to have a Super Bowl party. And he said, dude, let me cater the event. And the guy was like, okay, fine. But he expected him to not show up. Well, the guy showed up and he catered the Super Bowl party for him. And the guy said not only was it a score, but it was the best Tex-Mex ever. He said it was way more worth than the 350 or the 250 that he owed him. Everyone had a blast. And a lot of these sound real, guys. That's why when I was reading it, I thought this was cool. This is stuff you can't make up, but it also seems real. And I thought it was cool when I saw this list. And all I know is Raimi shaking his head saying, that damn thief did share my way. Raimi would scour the internet and they would talk about stuff that he would find. And their program was funny. And I was like, did you do that?
Oh,
not necessarily in that manner, but you get what I'm saying.
Raimi's
18
like, years
later, ever do that again. What, Dream?
I said 17 and a half years later.
17 and a half years. Oh, even better. Yep, laughing my ass off. Thank you, Raimi. Dude, you know this. I've always respected and admired you, brother. I always have. And as I said, I've embarrassed him on air because at the time, that's the only way we could meet was on air. And I did embarrass him on air, but I told the truth because of him and seeing what he was doing. And guys, I didn't mention this last time when Raimi joined us for a program, is that he was ahead of the game. Not only was he doing the Blog Talk Radio, but there was a connector that if you had a camera, it would also show on the feed. That's why Blog Talk Radio effed everything up. They did. They did. And knowing that at the end of the month, Blog Talk Radio is going to cease to exist. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But Raimi had a camera while he was doing the program live, and that was neat. That was really cool. And he was doing that back in 07 and 08, which was way ahead of it. I never did the camera until now. 2021 is when we switched, right, Dream? We moved over from Blog Talk Radio to where we are now in StreamYard.
Wasn't it before COVID?
No. We talked about doing it, but we never got around to it. We were on Blog Talk Radio for the longest time, dude.
That checks out.
But during COVID,
you're trying to find multiple. You're looking at a bunch of different things besides StreamYard.
Yes.
As well. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Actually,
but it was in the talks for a while.
Yes, and look, COVID just made it a little easier, and we had to have the stuff in place, and it worked. And in 2021, we started doing that stuff, and we haven't looked back. It's been pretty cool. So, I was hoping you guys would get a kick out of those. I thought they were kind of cool. Stuff that drug dealers had been offered in form of payment. And there were still many others, but these are the ones that I was able to get in time and pick out. I might do another follow-up list on the other half that I wasn't able to get to sometime in the future. But it was cool. Yes, at Raimi, I've talked about that. You were there, Ramey, and I've told the story. Folks, this is the man. On May 1st, 2011, we were on air. I've told the story. Ramey was basically running shotgun that day when we were talking about SEAL Team 6. And I was functioning as anchor that night. And we were trying to get a confirmation. We knew an hour before it was announced, but we were trying to confirm it. And Ramey got the confirmation. So, meaning we had two sources that confirmed it. And I don't remember exactly how Ramey may have texted me, or he had sent me something online, and he told me who his second confirmation was. And when I looked at it, I was like, okay. We were finishing up for a few seconds what we were talking about. And then I remember saying, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's 7:57 p.m. or whatever time it was. Let's do, I said something to the effect of, okay, it's 7:57 p.m. Ramey, what do you have? I remember I could have announced it, but Ramey confirmed it. And I went to him, and he told the world what had happened. Because remember, folks, you know this story. Check the timestamps. We were on before CNN. We were on before Fox. We were on before everyone. MSNBC, everyone. We broke the news before they did. We were on air. And that, I still to this day, is one of the greatest nights of my life. And Ramey, you were there. I remember that, dude. That was May 1st, 2011. And you, earlier in March, when we did the earthquake, remember Yeah, you do remember, huh, my brother? Yeah. When we did the earthquake, Ramey was so tight with the MMA girls because he put them on the map before other people did. I can't say put them on them, but he was interviewing it. He was interviewing them all. They were in Japan when the earthquake happened. And then when Fukushima exploded, we were on air that Saturday night, and Ramey was there again. And Ramey contacted the MMA girls, and they were calling into the program because of Ramey. Roxy M. Yeah, it was unreal, folks. When I tell those stories, and I have, Ramey, I've always included you in on those stories. And I changed nothing because I've always said, I remember you got the second confirmation. And I was like, dude, go for it. And we made history that night. It was unreal. I remember that vividly. Yeah, she was in Japan, Roxy M. And you made that one happen too. That was a scary night, Ramey, on Saturday night, remember? In March. It was after March 11th. March 11th was a Thursday for us. So it was Saturday, whatever it was, for when Fukushima exploded. I remember sending a text message to everyone saying, guys, we're going live at such and such an hour. I have news of a nuclear reactor explosion at the Fukushima Daiichi reactor. And everyone responded. Ramey was one of the first ones. Cliff confirmed it in New York that no one was on air. That was Saturday night after March 11th. And Peter Villacorta was there. Big Dog was there. There were so many. Dude, we were doing anchor work. We were on air before all of the major news agencies were. That was crazy.
Man.
That was crazy, dude. I remember that.
Well, I will say it is definitely awesome to meet the legend behind the myth.
This is the guy I talk about. That's why it was wild, dude. We were doing some crazy stuff. in 2010, 2011. But after Osama bin Laden, which is what I'm talking about, May 1st, the news media went to a 24-hour news cycle. There's nothing we could do at that point. Blog Talk was circling the toilet. Then they hired ESPN's radio producer Jay Soderberg to turn things around, and it seemed to get worse. I didn't know that. Wow. But yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was wild. It was, and we did it. And I look back on those days, and wow, and we're still here. That's why, folks, all kidding aside, Monday Night America is now the longest running pro. It would have been Ramey, damn him. It would have been him. But life got in the way. But for us, we're now the longest running program on the internet. We're at 17 plus years. Just crazy. So hopefully you guys got a kick out of some of the stuff we talked about tonight. Today was MLK, a wonderful day. And I do appreciate it. I consider myself lucky. But for now, it's all good. But life is good where I am not right now. Understood. All right. I didn't want to be the little lapping puppy, Ramey, to send you a text right after the program. Dude, you. It was you, man. It was you. And it was just that little scared, frightened little dog, that needed someone. Dude, I followed you on Blog Talk Radio. And look at the stuff we did. Look at the stuff we're still doing. And Dream, you and I have stories to share too, dude. We've done some stuff too, huh, my brother?
Yep.
Man, oh my God.
We've been through a lot of breaking news. Met a lot of great people. Done a lot of amazing interviews.
Yeah.
And still here.
And still here. Yeah, folks, we're not full of ourselves. And if it sounds like that we are, that's not who we are.
No, we're just appreciative of the people that we've been able to meet and talk to, and all the lives that we've been able to, learn from and just grow with.
Folks, the only difference between you and us is that we're actually here on video. That's it. Everyone that we've had a chance to speak to, as Dream said, everything that we did when we went to the Vegas casinos and we were doing the programs live from the Golden Gate and Binions, that was unreal. When we did live coverage, not only on air, but when we were on site, when we did those, it's whoever thought that we would be doing that stuff. And
whoever thought you'd get from bubblegum and duct tape to Las Vegas.
That will be next time you're on. You have to tell what you mean by that. Because I'm freaking awesome. NDB is great because of you. Yep, no doubt. No doubt, Coffee. No doubt about it. So hopefully, I'm going to pester him, but hopefully Ramey would be able to join us. And maybe he'd want to do his own program. Dude, we'll sponsor you on the network. You have to pay for anything. Come on. Join the
open
Empire.
Invitation.
Join the Empire. I am the Senate. I should put the hoodie on before I do that.
Right.
It's getting better and better. I know, Ramey. And you know what? Soon I get it. And I appreciate that. It won't be full of yourself. Challenge of if you won't be full of yourself, challenge accepted. I like it. Ramey, I know, dude. I'm just going to pester because I remember the good times we had. And I'm going to do that forever because we have such a good time on air. So you're always welcome as a guest. You're always welcome to do your own program, whatever. Yeah, dude, it was fun. And it was good. So, folks, I was going to go at the hour. We did go over a little bit. Don't forget, we're still going to be on next Monday. Sports Talk with the Guys is on Saturday. I'm covering for Dan Schlossberg, Mr. Baseball, on Thursday on Travelage Radio at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And head on over to ntbmedia.net. You see it down there moving. Folks, there's a lot of stuff going on the network. As a matter of fact, I'll see if Michael has scheduled any new guests real quick. So let me see. February 17th, Haley Laurie, actor from The Arrangement. That one is confirmed for February 17th. And we have Daniel, well, if you go to the website, we have Daniel Youngma, actor, A Matter of Sin and Love. We're negotiating the actual date, but they have confirmed to be on the program. Danny Joseph, who is on The Voice. Lauren Michael Sellers, singer-songwriter from The Voice. And Gail Bliss, also from The Voice. So we're just waiting for those days. But we actually do announce it when the guest has said they want to be on. But it's a little quiet. We're getting out of the holidays. But Haley Lorley is going to be on from The Arrangement. And that's on Michael's program, Talented Universe. I'll definitely be riding shotgun on that one. Have you guys seen who Haley Lorley is? Should look her up. This is the old
Might be
man.
good to know.
I'm sorry?
I said that might be good to know.
That's her Instagram account.
Oh my gosh.
I want to be in on that interview. All kidding aside, you can check her out right here. That's her management company. And as you see, she is on The Arrangement right now, among other stuff. You can look her up on IMDb. But everyone else, the migration of our audio shows still continue. But all of our video programs, you can find all the links here and everything that we have on the network. And where you can find us at the bottom of the page on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And it's all good. So, guys, that's really going to be it for now. I want to thank everyone. And also for everyone that watches this program after the fact, we thank you. We appreciate your comments. We do read them. And Raimi, thank you. Lethal Migraine, thank you. Obviously, Dream, thank you as well. Folks, it's crazy. It is crazy. We still don't know how we scored 27,000 on the Battlestar Galactica episode. 27,000 views. It's crazy. It's crazy. Night. Thanks, buddy. All right, but for everyone else, Dream, do you have any announcements or comments or anything you'd like to
I just want to leave you with the paraphrase of one of my favorite quotes from Martin Luther King Jr.
Thank you.
It is not the actions or it is not the words of your enemies that you will remember, but the silence of your friends.
How true.
If you see something, say something. Be there for your peoples. Make sure that you're reaching out. We're all too quick to say, I'm there for you. Call me if you need me, but we never call for. We don't want to be the burden. Reach out, talk to your peoples, check on everybody, check on your family, check on your friends. They're gonna say I'm fine 100 times. Ask them 101.
We talked about this, folks, not a few weeks ago. You are never alone. That's probably more extreme than Dream was talking about, but there's the number at the bottom. You can use it in the United States of America. It is 988. No pound, no nothing. Just 988. You can call them, you can text them, and someone will answer. And as Dream says, we shouldn't wait for people to ask. I agree with that, brother. I like that. Thank you. Folks, we'll leave it at that. Thank you once again. That's kind of why we do this as well. We did it on Christmas Eve. We did it on New Year's Eve. And hopefully if you guys get a kick out of what we do, then that's cool. That's why we do this. If you guys can laugh, and if you laugh along with us, it doesn't get much better than that, does it, Dream?
Right?
Yeah. I appreciate everyone for stopping in. Again, I know we get comments after, so we look forward to hearing you guys. So, in a moment of joy, 50% of the families are going to go for Ohio, and 50% Notre Dame. They're going to be depressed right now. It's a game, folks. It's a game.
Congratulations, Remy.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations to Ohio. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.